Hey guys, welcome to another video. It is cycle day 3. So I guess we kind of knew this was coming, to be honest. It's more of a check-in video. This is what's happening, this is how we're moving forward kind of thing, really. It is cycle day 3. AF arrived on what would have been 15 DBO, so full 14-day luteal phase, and then ta-da. And I will admit, I did wake up that morning and sorry, my throat is a bit weird. I did wake up in the morning and think, if I don't get anything today, if I don't see anything today, I might do the test. I might. I wasn't too, I didn't really feel like it. I think sometimes, some cycles you just know. And I think that's kind of what happened with me this cycle. I knew that there was no hope. It was a done thing. And I was actually happy when AF showed up in that I was moving on to a new cycle and I was moving forward and we could try again. Now, I will say one thing. I definitely, whenever I find myself not wanting to test and feeling okay with not testing and feeling okay with AF showing up, I always start thinking about, is this like, does this mean something else? Like, am I kind of falling into this process of not wanting to keep going, of stopping eventually? Like, what is this? Because for those of you who haven't been around for too long, I'm a very anxious tester. I test multiple, I use multiple tests, and from 7 DBO all the way up until 14 DBO, I would constantly test, and just, it's like this constant thing. And I feel like I'm slowly letting go of that. Now, you could say it's growth and maturity, and I'm just kind of, figuring out ways to make sure that my mental health is not suffering just because we're trying to conceive. But I can't help but feel like maybe a little part of me is kind of giving up a little bit. And I know what they say, I know, because a lot of you keep saying that sometimes when you kind of let go and you kind of stop trying, but you're kind of trying, but you're not trying in a way. You're not, you're not avoiding it, basically. You're not preventing. That's when it happens. And I'm kind of like, am I maybe falling into that kind of category slowly? Like, I don't know, honestly. It felt like I was very, very okay with not testing and with AF showing up, and it felt kind of weird. And I'm still in a very good mood, a very positive mood. It is cycle day 3, we're in a new cycle, cycle 39. I feel that once I hit cycle 40, like my brain is kind of like, that feels like a milestone for some reason that I don't want to think about. But anyway, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm kind of focusing on different things. I feel like my life is kind of moving on in a way, and I feel almost guilty to think that I could possibly at some stage give up. Like, if this doesn't happen, like, I don't know. Is it giving up, or is it just accepting something that is reality? I don't know. But yes, so that's kind of my thinking process right now. It is cycle day 3. We are moving on as we are, sticking to my prenatals, sticking to what we're doing. I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of keep doing what I'm doing, as in kind of focusing on other things and just putting TTC kind of in the side seat. Like, it's not my main purpose in life. It's on the side. It's something that we're doing. We are actively working towards it, but it's not the ultimate, one all, everything about our lives. As I said in the previous video, I'm focusing on other things. I'm writing a book, which is insane. I don't even know what has come over me. The next video should probably be me talking about that, but for those of you who didn't watch that previous video, I thought I would write a book. I don't know what's come over me. Anyway, we'll talk about that. I wanted to thank all of you for your amazing messages and support in that. I did not expect that. Like, I did not expect so many messages, like, of support. I guess I'm still kind of like, I really want to do it and it feels right to me, and I feel like I want to write a book, but at the same time, I also am kind of like, why on earth would I write a book? Like, who do I think I even am? Like, I'm not, But anyway, and then there's just, I'm just focusing a lot on homeschooling. We're finally finding our way. We're finally, like, this year was a ridiculously bumpy year. I try to do certain things based on how we finished our year, This year has just been, the first few months, it's practically May. Like, it's literally, May's right around the corner, and I feel like we've just finally picked up a pace and we're finally getting started with this year. And we're almost halfway through the year. Like, the first quarter is long gone, actually, the first 3 months, and the 4th month is now coming to an end. So I don't know, I feel like, honestly, I feel like my 2024 kind of started now, like mid-April tops. I don't think anything before that was just kind of me stumbling around trying to figure out how to kind of connect the ideas I had for this year, the plans I had for this year, and what this year's actually become. So yeah, so that goes for everything from trying to conceive, like just not working out, obviously, to homeschooling, not working out in any way, shape, or form, to just, you know, working schedules and jobs, and then suddenly in all of that, I also add writing a book. So it's kind of like, because that was definitely not something I had planned, like, you know, it was just things kind of adding up, things not working out, things that I kind of had to move around. I kind of feel like I had to sit down and just grab the different pieces of my life and kind of juggle them and play around with them like a puzzle, and put them back in place, in different places though, like rearrange them. And that now 2024 kind of is actually beginning for me, like it's actually making sense right now. And of course, with that being said, whenever anything kind of starts making sense, then, you know. But I'm definitely taking everything with a bit of a grain of salt, as in we are trying to conceive, but I'm also kind of, I know that I'm doing what a lot of people would consider bare minimum, and that is what I can do right now, and I'm okay with that. And I know that the results that may bring can vary. Someone could get pregnant instantly by simply just doing it one time, and that is it. Other people can struggle for a very, very long time. I got, the first time, like with our first baby, it was super easy. With our second, it took some time. This one is definitely avoiding me at this point. As I said, I'm just kind of taking it day by day, and if it is meant to happen, it will happen. In the same way that I'm kind of accepting that the goals and plans I had in our homeschool, and one thing, which is homeschool, is like the most important thing when it comes to my children, of course, because it's their education. So that's like another big part of my life. It's kind of like I have TDC, I have homeschooling, and then like suddenly this extra part of like me has come into the puzzle, which is like the book, and just me suddenly creating something that is really, really, you know. So it's like I'm letting people into my mind, to my imagination. It's, you know, it's weird. So I'm kind of like, with homeschool, I had so many plans and ideas, as I had with TTC, as I had with many things. And I'm realizing now that I need to let go of those plans and rearrange everything, and that's okay. And the same thing happened with TTC, and I'm realizing I'm already doing this with my book. The fact that it's something I really, really want to do, and I feel like it's really just a part of me already. But I am happy to follow the flow and to do things as they kind of deal with things as they pop up, and do things as it feels like, how can I explain this? I can't find words right now. I'm like, can I speak English? I can't speak English. Following the flow of life and where it's kind of leading us, and doing things as they come up each day, and that's okay. Like, I know the end goal. I know where I want to take this. I do want to take it to the point where it's actually a physical book, for example, but I also know that there is a long way to go to get to that point, and I am okay with that. I'm willing to kind of just slowly, day by day, add to it until I reach that point. In the same way that I have done with TTCing, in the same way that I'm doing with anything in my life in general, in the same way I'm doing with homeschooling, where I'm realizing that I need to let go of certain things and kind of go with the flow and realize what we need as a family, and that's what can work. I don't need to be so like set on specific things, like, you know, you have to do things a certain way or else, oh my god, you're never gonna do it. You know, you're never gonna get to where you want to get. And that kind of falls into all of these categories, which are the most important things in my life right now. And with that being said, I'm gonna say I have been trying to film a couple videos past couple days. They're not working out. I feel like I constantly want to film videos for you guys, and I always feel like it's not the perfect day. It's not the right time. My backdrop is like awful or something. That is another thing I need to get over. It's another thing I need to kind of let go of and just film when I can, however I can. And I know that those of you who really want to watch my videos and really care about what I have to say will watch them. So yes, a lot of philosophy today, where I feel like cycle 39 is just, I don't know. I'm moving into May and into a new cycle and into a new whole thing of life in general. Yeah, maybe, I mean, I'm 33. Could this be considered a life crisis? Like a midlife crisis? Trying to figure out myself? I don't know, maybe. Interesting. I don't know, have you guys had a midlife crisis? Yeah, it could be, very well could be. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling and I will see you guys in the next video.